Most people think self-improvement is a one-off thing where you do one or two productive things a couple of times and then you call it quits. Think to the time where you started going to the gym because you had a goal to look great for the summer. And then you maybe went, what, 2 or 3 days? Maybe a couple weeks, but then you stopped. There was an off period. Or you were looking on TikTok and some influencer said, watch your videos a couple of times and you'll be an excellent speaker. And so you do it for about 15 minutes and then that's the end of it. You feel so much better, right? Well, I'm here to tell you that that's where people mess it up. Self-improvement is a lifelong journey. You pick a couple of things that really matter to you and you grow them over time. And as you grow them, you grow. And so I would like to share with you three particular skills that have been crucial to my development, my self-improvement journey, and I hope they will be of use to you. The first skill that I want to talk about is resilience, because this is the foundation of everything. The bottom line is, if you're not the type of person who can take doing something boring over and over, something hard over and over, then you will not be one of the few that break out and succeed. It's just what I've observed in my own life and in others. And I'm telling you right now, that's one of the hugest differentiators. The amount of people who can put in the work for the long times and not see the payoff. Resilience is going to that practice, whatever sport you play. I run track. So going to the track practices and being like, I don't want to be here, but regardless, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to show up because the reality is I want the fast time. I want to be one of the best out there. In order to do so, you got to not only be a standard to the rest of your teammates, right? Everybody else who's out there, there's a certain level of work. If you want to be the best, you got to outwork them. So resilience is being able to understand that, hey, I don't want to be here. I don't like this. This sucks. This is boring. But in order to get from point A to point B, in order to improve, in order to reach my goals, this pain is necessary and I will do what's required. I'll also add that we live in a world with a lot of distractions. You don't have to do work if you don't want to. I mean, just straight up. You can get on social media, scroll. We have video games. But whatever your individual vice is, it's going to be there. You can do it. But again, the road to like true success, anything really meaningful, it's pretty small and few. Most people will never really see it. Some people will learn about it. Some people will pursue it. But how many people will like actually get to that end point? It's going to be very small. And so I can't stress enough the importance of being able to get the reps in, being able to receive criticism as well. This also goes with resilience. Can you take people spit in your face saying, hey, that sucks? Like, this is my first video, first YouTube video. We're going to see. Y'all might say it sucks, but you got to get the first thing out because everything after that gets better. So I'm saying keep trying, keep going because it's the persistence. It's those who persist that get what they want. And this brings me to the second skill, confidence. Because we can all imagine, you can all think to a time where we walked into a room and we saw somebody who was just completely commanding the crowd. I mean, wild gesticulations. They had it on, the watch, chain, whatever, and really kept people's attention, engaged with stories and all that stuff. And I want to tell you that you're not that far off from it because we all have things that we're confident about. For example, I play the saxophone, I know a thing or two about music, at least at a high school level, but I would not feel nervous walking into a room full of musicians because I've been in the space before. Likewise, I don't have problems necessarily networking with people because I've been in a few places. And so that's essentially what confidence is. It's being comfortable in yourself, and it's a skill that you build over time. It's like an outward expression. No, actually, confidence is like an energy. What people see is the energy, but what people don't see is the work. Confidence is being comfortable in situations where everybody might not be comfortable. More than that, it's also being yourself in these situations as well. Who I am, I don't have to change who I am to walk into a different room necessarily because I'm comfortable with the person that I'm becoming and have become. And I think that's like only going to get stronger and stronger as you continue pursuing what's important to you working through the hard things because it's like, oh, I have a record. I've done this, this, and this. Why can't I do this? And then you do that. I've done this, 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 and this. Why can't I do this? And it just keeps adding on and adding on and adding on. And then you're not fazed by certain things anymore. Certain types of people, certain things that used to bother you. It's not going to matter anymore. That's ultimately what it is. Growing yourself. And confidence is key. It's going to get you in the rooms. It's the charisma. It's all that stuff. And it's coming. But you have to keep working. That, I would say, is a byproduct of work. Inner work, outer work. Keep doing the work. So up to this point, we've talked about resilience, which is your ability to handle hard things for extended periods of time. Second skill is confidence, the ability to show your outward growth to the rest of the world. And this brings us to our third skill, which is arguably one of the most important ones here. And that would be drive. You have to want it. It's your ability to want it. And again, this is where it's easy to fail because we have so many distractions. We have the social media. We have the TikTok, the Snapchat, the Instagram, whatever shows you like to watch, whatever hour-long shows, episodes, man. We take for granted sometimes, like, we can do other things, right? But all of those things work to actively kill your drive because of just how it keeps your attention, how it keeps you satisfied, and how it keeps you entertained. And so why go out? If you're comfortable, why go out and do anything else with all these distractions? And so your ability to cut out those distractions is going to directly impact the drive that you have to pursue what you want. And that is, like, in this day and age, being able to cut the distractions and work is going to separate you from everyone else instantly. I'm telling you, instantly. And so, developing that drive in yourself, what is it that I want so badly that I would cut out everything else for? And then working on it. It's a process. If you have 6 hours of TikTok screen time, it's not going to go to 2 hours in a day because some dude on the internet said, oh, you need drive. That's not realistic. But working towards cutting that down to 5 hours, to 4 hours, 3 hours, then eventually I can do extended times without it a day. I don't need this every single day. That's progress. And that's what progress is going to look like. And there will be ups and downs. That's the reality of things. Human beings are not completely consistent creatures. We'll mess up. But so long as you're moving closer and closer to the endpoint, you know that you're working. You know you haven't given up on yourself. You know that you're doing better than you did yesterday. That confidence is going to start to develop. You're going to develop that resilience. And that drive is only going to get stronger and stronger as you inevitably move towards your goal. Like, there's no way to fail. So long as you continue, there's no way to fail. And so I thank you for your time and attention. Again, first video. So please let me know how I did. I know you're all going to tell me if it sucked or not. But I appreciate your time and attention. And follow to keep up with the journey. I'm going to keep pumping out videos. I want to help people. And I want you to be a part of it.